is my ball, so I let him hang. When I pull this thing, all you bitches best to know my name. Nobody you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you at the dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they plan. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they plan. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep, Hotep, hope you motherfuckers understand.
What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday morning. Welcome to the Insomnia cast. I'm Cannon Hotep. I don't know why I can't sleep, yo. At first I was watching a movie and I was knocked out. Next thing I wake up, I was just up. So, I was like, you know what? I didn't get to stream today. I wanted to stream earlier today and it didn't happen. Hold on. There we go. I think that looks fine. Let's do this here. But yeah, so I was like, you know what? I didn't get to stream, so let's get to it. figure what's a better time than now, you know? Anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share the stream. Let people know we're live. If you're catching the replay, leave me a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. I could use that constructive criticism. I really could. Anyway, so I just want to touch on a couple of things today that I didn't get a chance to earlier. First, we're going to revisit this Anderson Cooper CNN damage control video that they put out. What's up, Inside of the Ages in the building? We're going to revisit that. Jeez, I can't even talk right now. I'm so tired. I'm not even tired, but I'm tired, but I can't sleep. But anyway, I sound like Joe Nicholslick. Twitter's new CEO is causing a lot of alarm in the Twitterverse. You know what I mean? So we're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about this this Daniel Penny. He gave himself up today. Or not gave himself up. He just turned himself in. They want to charge him with what's it called? I guess it's the equivalent to involuntary manslaughter. I guess it is. If I'm not mistaken. Hold on. What's going on? There we go. Turn that on right there. So we're gonna talk about all that stuff, guys. Anyway, who we got in the building? We got Hotep Oz. He says, "Why are you up, bro?" I don't know. Al Capitan says, "Insomnia crew assemble." Oh man, I'm happy I'm not the only person. YV said, "Oh, this real." Inside of the Ages, what's going on? He said up late. Marcus Speaks in the building. What's the deal? He says, "I guess we're all up." What's up, Emmanuel Presley in the building? What you just getting off, yo? I know you be out bartending and shit like that. He said these are my hours. Man, I was like, I'm gonna go live. Ain't gonna be nobody out this bitch. I mean, either y'all asleep or everybody at the let out. Nowadays, the let out is early, yo. Shoot, I know places around here in Baltimore, they close at like 11 now. After the Cove base, yo. After the Cove base, after the pandemonium started, yo. When places started getting back open, it was no more 2 a.m. Gremlin hours. Gremlin hours. Bro, like I said, like after the Cove base, like after people started opening again, after all of the hysterics, there was no more 2 a.m. Clubs for the most part, or bars. Everything started closing like around 11, especially around here. You know what I mean? It's crazy to me. Emmanuel says he's shy. He said even New York closes early, right? Inside of the Ages says Anderson Spooker's monologue is a crazy example of how scared they are. That's true. We're gonna get to that. Anyway, we got 12 over on YouTube right now. Let's get 12 likes, guys. Let's get 12 likes. We got 11 watching over on Rumble. Let's get them likes up, Rumble. Let's get them likes up. Let's get 11 likes over on Rumble as well. Anyway, let's get to it. So, first thing we're going to start off with, is this thing doing this again? Hold on. Goodness gracious. The Alliance. There we go. That's what I had to do. All right. Let's see. Let me navigate over here. Boom. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to look at this Anderson Cooper eerie damage control video that they put out about Donnie T. Now, if you didn't see the town hall with Donald Trump and CNN, Donald Trump put on a master class when he was on stage with Caitlin Collins. Donald Trump was in rare form. He also was in his bag. He came with receipts. I mean, literal receipts. Caitlin Collins tried to come after him about that day in January. Jan-teenth, we like to call it. He literally reached into his coat pocket and pulled out receipts on when he called for peace. The day before, during, and after. They tried to press him on a lot of stuff. He was ready for it. And they were in damage control. The minute Donald Trump went into his lapel or his breast pocket and got them receipts out, I think that was the minute that CNN realized that they screwed up, and that they screwed up big. So anyway, as soon as that was over, they had their emergency panels come out to try to do as much damage control as possible. You know, basically, you know how it is. This is what you really heard. I know that you guys just watched this, but you don't know any better. This is what you really meant to hear, right? And we're going to hear your boy Anderson Cooper do just that.
Many of you have expressed deep anger and disappointment. Many of you are upset that someone who attempted to destroy our democracy was invited to sit on a stage in front of a crowd of Republican voters to answer questions and predictably continued to spew lie after lie after lie. And I get it. It was disturbing. It was disturbing to see and hear that person refer to a black law enforcement officer as a thug, an adjective he used many times to describe black men.
Now, who used CNN here, right? They want to throw out the fact that Donnie T called the officer that shot Ashley Babbitt a thug. Trump never brought up race or what color that officer was. No, only CNN did that. They need to make sure that the viewer knows that the officer that shot Ashley Babbitt was a black man. Because they want to tug on those heartstrings. They want to make it seem like Donald Trump is a racist. Right? So that's the first buzz term right there, was the officer being a thug.
And called Caitlin Collins, the moderator, nasty, which is what he calls any woman who stands up to him.
Caitlin Collins was being nasty. Caitlin Collins was being a bitch. She cut him off every time he was explaining himself. Anytime that he was winning that argument or gaining favor in his answers from the audience, she immediately tried to change the subject to either another question or another question from the audience. She was yelling out the fact that certain statements that Donald Trump made were not true without substantiating those statements, not substantiating her claims that they were not true. She just said they weren't true. Instead of asking Donnie T, did he have any evidence to confirm his statements or affirm his statements, she just said it was not true and then tried to run on to the next question. Now, it may not have been Caitlin Collins. It could have been the person in her ear realizing what time it was and was having her run to the next question, on to the next question, cut them off because they weren't looking good. They were not looking good. They were on national television. I don't know how many millions of people were watching, and they basically humanized Donald Trump because for 4 years, don't forget, for 4 years they tried to make him look like the villain. And during that town hall, they humanized him. We got Raider Nation in the building. What's going on? He throwing the Raider flag up, bro. It's Ravens Nation around here, bro. It's Ravens Nation around here. My man Jonesy, what's up, bro?
It was disturbing to hear him speak so highly of QAnon conspirators and insurrectionists who assaulted police officers in our democracy on January 6th. And it was awful to hear him spread ridiculous.
He never mentioned QAnon, ever. Caitlin Collins tried to associate the Proud Boys with Donnie T during that whole situation, hoping he would take the bait or whatever. But QAnon was never mentioned, not once. Anderson Cooper is mentioning QAnon for the first time. Not to mention, like I said, Donnie T had the receipts. He showed them, hey, no, I called for peace the day before. I called for peace while it was happening, and I called for peace toward the end of it. But you know what happened? All social media outlets destroyed the video. They removed the video. They removed his tweet because they didn't want that message getting out there. They needed to paint Donnie T in a negative light. He also brought up the fact that he asked for 10,000 National Guard troops, or offered 10,000 National Guard troops to Nancy Pelosi and Muriel Bowser, who is the mayor of D.C., both of them which turned it down and said they don't like the optics. I'm sure Muriel Bowser was following the lead of Nancy Pelosi, right? But they got the optics they was looking for. They got the optics they was looking for. They turned down those National Guard troops because they wouldn't have got the optics that they wanted. See, you can't, you got to find it kind of odd, the fact that they turned down the National Guard troops. The people, quote unquote, marched on the Capitol just as Nancy Pelosi's daughter was in there filming a documentary. There's too many coincidences there. Too many coincidences there. But I digress. That's another time. That's another story for another day. Let's keep moving.
Lies about the election. And it was certainly disturbing to hear that audience, young and old, our fellow citizens, people who love their kids and go to church, laugh and applaud his lies and his continued defamation of a woman who, according to a jury of his peers, he sexually abused and defamed.
So, in the same breath, he demonized the audience that was there. He demonized the audience that was there for the town hall, simply because they supported Donald Trump. Also, he threw in the fact that Donald Trump lost a civil suit with E. Jean Carroll, a crazy lady who accused Donnie T of the R word, but they couldn't substantiate that. They couldn't substantiate that. Right? See, the thing about it is, right? Let me see something. Where we at? 57 seconds in. All right, so check this out, right? See, Anderson Cooper must forget. He must have forgot, right? This. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong thing. He must have forgot this, guys.
People think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Did y'all catch that?
People think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
This is the same lady that the court awarded $5 million. This woman said the R word. Most people think the R word is being sexy. She said most people think the R word is being sexy. What I say before, guys, in my stream, I said she like one of them women that want to be the main woman in the 50 Shades of Grey movies. She's a fucking lunatic. And then proceeds to hit on Anderson Cooper.
Think of the fantasies.
We're just going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
Anderson Cooper was so uncomfortable in that moment. However, I guess he must have forgot about that whole situation, right? He must have forgot about that whole situation. Now let's get back to the other video.
As good a job as Kaitlan Collins did trying to fact check him, it is impossible to fact check fully because he lies so shamelessly.
Kaitlan Collins did no fact checking. All she said was like, that's a lie. That's not true. And then proceeded to go to the next questions. She never corrected the record. She never substantiated her claims to Donald Trump lying. She didn't have any facts of her own to back it up. I mean, she got people in her ear. You know, I'm sure they had a bunch of people on staff that night. She didn't come back with any statistics or stats. A couple of times she was quoting books that people wrote. Quoting books. Even the panels they had after the fact were quoting books. When Byron Donald was like, yo, this is what I'm telling you what happened is sworn testimony. Proven to the affirmative of what Donald Trump was saying on that stage. But see, CNN was in complete damage control at that point. I would say halfway through the town hall, CNN was in complete damage control, people. They didn't know what to do. They should have just fucking threw in the towel.
Now, many of you think CNN shouldn't have given him any platform to speak, and I understand the anger about that, giving him the audience, the time, I get that. But this is what I also get. The man you were so disturbed to see and hear from last night, that man is the front runner for the Republican nomination for president. And according to polling, no other Republican is even close. That man you were so upset to hear from last night, he may be president of the United States in less than 2 years. And that audience that upset you, that's a sampling of about half the country. They are your family members, your neighbors, and they are voting. And many said they're voting for him. Now, maybe you haven't been paying attention to him since he left office. Maybe you've been enjoying not hearing from him, thinking it can't happen again. Some investigation is going to stop him. Well, it hasn't so far. So if
you know why these investigations haven't stopped him? Because they're trying to get him on, pardon the pun, trumped up charges. It's the shit you made up. These cases are made to try to hamstring him and hamper him from running for 2024, the 2024 presidential race. Let's be honest. Let's call it what it is. Alvin Bragg's case not starting until January. Why? It's May. You got a right to a speedy and fair trial, right? So why is this case not starting until January? I'll tell you why. That's when the presidential that's when the primaries start. That's when primaries start. That's when you have debates and you have all this other stuff, these town halls and all this other stuff, rallies. What better way to hamstring Donnie T by to have him he got to be in court that day. Oh, he having a rally next Wednesday on at 9 o'clock. Okay, make it so that he has to be here in New York for this case, and then make sure he has to be in wherever else for that other case. That's what they're doing. They're weaponizing the court system against Donnie T so he can't run for president. It's a concerted effort. All on trumped up charges ever since 2016. Then they get mad about him, questioning, the fairness and the integrity of 2020. Meanwhile, to this day, they support Hillary Clinton. She never stopped saying that it was stolen from her. She's perfectly fine to do so. This is that double standard, guys. You're seeing it in real time, and I think that people aren't being fooled anymore. I think a lot of people aren't being fooled anymore.
Last night showed anything. It showed it can happen again. It is happening again. He hasn't changed, and he is running hard. You have every right to be outraged today and angry and never watch this network again. But do you think staying in your silo and only listening to people you agree with is going to make that person go away? Many of you.
Like, I'm telling you guys, it's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous to me. This is gaslighting at its finest. I mean, I know people in the streets. I got my ear to the streets. People in the streets are ready to vote for Donald Trump. After going through what they just went through for almost 4 years right now, with Weekend at Bernie's, they like, nah, we need Trump back. Especially a lot of people said they watched the town hall and they said that Trump changed their mind on him. And they didn't like how CNN handled it. That's a straight shoot. I know it's anecdotal, but that's what I've been hearing. That CNN town hall garnered Trump more votes and made him more popular with people that disagree with him. Go figure, right? Now they're upset. Now they're in damage control. Now they're like, danger, Will Robinson, danger. I'm sorry, guys. CNN, y'all fucked up. Y'all just helped Trump take 2024. Alvin Bragg, you fucked up. You just helped Trump take 2024. It's gonna be hard to stop this man now. It's gonna be hard to stop this man now. I'm just telling you. Oh man. So I guess Chicago is receiving 200 to 500 migrants coming to the area. And apparently the people in Chicago are outraged. Let's take a look at this.
All these resources that have not come to us, now you want to overly compensate for people who never lived here before, and we need to be taken care of first and foremost before anything else happens here.
Why would any leader put our black communities already riddled with crime at further risk by placing unvetted non-taxpayers steps away from our seniors, our children, and our homes we've worked so...
I want you to look at these people right here. I want you to look at these people. These are the people being red pilled right now. These are the people being red pilled right now. These are the people that are starting to wake up and looking at the leadership. Y'all want to call them sanctuary cities? Y'all want to call us sanctuary cities? You want to give our resources to people that don't even live here, the people that aren't even citizens here, while we struggle. And now they're starting to see it's not fair. Now you got some conservatives over there go, well, how the tables have turned, right? It's not these people's fault. No, yes, granted, they did vote. They did vote in these crazies, right? They voted in these crazies, and they learning a lesson. They learning a lesson. You know what they starting to look like right now in Chicago? This is what they looking like in Chicago to me. Donnie T flying in and goes, "What do you got to lose?" Remember that Flint, Michigan talk? What do you got to lose? Because what do they have to lose? Crime is through the roof. You hear what they're saying right now? Foreign immigrants are getting more resources and help than they do, and they ain't happy. Now, like Iron Man says he still think they're gonna vote for Sleepy Joe. You know what I mean? Maybe. But for some reason, I got a feeling that it's going to change. I got a feeling that's going to change. I think people are starting to wake up, especially in the hood, especially around the way. Like I said, a lot of people around my way, you know, Baltimore is a city like Chicago. They're like, yeah, nah, yo, bring Trump back. At least I was getting money under yo. Just saying. Let's keep it moving.
On our own to secure.
We are at war, people. Our communities are at war. They are violating our communities, and we asking that we across the country, and we asking and we're demanding for office of Black America, or whatever you want to call it, to deal with issues like this.
That's right.
I did get placed on a wait list, but I was told that the immigrants was taking priority. See, that's a story that a lot of people don't know, and it hurt me. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I understand we need to be humanitarian, but these people my participants are third and fourth generation Chicagoans, born, bred, fed, and raised here. My grandmother, Mayrella Carrington, rest in peace, always said, Craig, charity starts at home first, and then it go abroad.
Politically, having over 500 people in our community would completely wipe out any interest we have.
Many of these migrants have been dumped in our neighborhoods.
Migrants? I thought they was undocumented citizens. I thought they were undocumented citizens. But I digress.
Without a plan in place to monitor and house them long term.
I'm not selling nothing. And I keep telling people, we don't have to move. If you sell, they gonna come in. If we don't sell, we gotta stand strong and
That's right. We just get started.
Now this might be a small sample. But you better believe that there are thousands of Chicagoans, I guess you would call them, that feel the same way. I guarantee it. They're learning a lesson. They're learning that their leaders are letting them down. They're learning that their leaders are selling them out. They're learning that the leaders that said they were going to take care of them are going to take care of another set of people that don't even belong here. They like the father who leave his family to go be a good stepdaddy. They like a father who neglect his kids to go be a good stepdaddy for somebody else's kids. That's what the Democrats are in this situation. All these quote unquote sanctuary cities, these mayors that want to be sanctuary cities, these governors that want to be sanctuary states. They the deadbeat dad going to be a good stepdaddy for somebody else's children. That's what they are. But I think these people are learning a lesson. I think people are starting to wake up. I think people are starting to realize that they can't just vote for somebody because they got a D in front of their name. I wouldn't be surprised if in this primary these people go the complete opposite way. We'll see though. Iron Man says, as a Mexican, to see the U.S. government open the red carpet for folks south of the border, something is up. When have they ever done that? Tinfoil, sombrero, and tight. I went tight. I hear that. Oh, man. But, I mean, best of luck to the people in Chicago. I'm going to let you know they coming. Y'all go speak up as loud as you want. I guarantee that whoever the mayor is of Chicago now, whoever the governor of Illinois is, they got their pockets lined, and they're on the way. So I hope you guys learned a lesson. You were sitting there doing the electric slide in the street, happy that you got rid of the orange man. Meanwhile, y'all done gave the booty up on promises, and now this nigga won't return your phone calls. I'm telling you guys, it's sad. It's sad, but I think people are learning a lesson. That's just me. Anyway, let's keep it going. Elon Musk picked the new Twitter CEO. Right now, we always knew that eventually he was going to step down as the CEO of Twitter. Right? He always said that. He always asked. He had a thing if he should step down. He also asked who should be the CEO of Twitter. He finally found one, and a lady named Linda Yaccarino. Is that how you say her name? Linda Yaccarino. So this is from Business Insider. Some of Elon Musk's fans are furious. Newly appointed Twitter CEO Linda Yaccarino chairs a World Economic Forum committee. Let's see. After Elon Musk officially announced the appointment of Linda Yaccarino as Twitter's CEO on Friday, users across the political spectrum quickly users across the political spectrum quickly took to the platform to voice perceived flaws in the exec's former work and online behavior. Responses to Musk's tweet announcing the hire included skepticism from conservative users, taking issue with Yaccarino's involvement in the World Economic Forum, as well as her work as advertising chief at NBC Universal, from which she resigned on Friday. Some spoke out about her previous comments, praising NBC's efforts on diversity and social justice and her stances in favor of masks and vacations during the pandemic. Go figure. See, the whole mask thing and all that other stuff, par for the course. I wouldn't expect anything different. The thing that bothers me is the World Economic Forum situation. You know, the whole, you know, you own nothing and you'll own nothing and be happy crowd. That's who she's with. Exactly. Yeah, she works for the WEF, bro. You know what I mean? Iron Man says, I'm not getting the non-wokies thought Elon Musk was their guy. D made his fortune off government contracts and subsidies. That's true. And what did I say to you guys before? And I still stand by this. You know, I was asking a question when he first bought Twitter. I said, is Elon Musk Bruce Wayne or is he Lex Luthor? You know? Is he Bruce Wayne or is he Lex Luthor? I don't know. I don't know, you know, I don't know where he stands. You know, people love him. Oh my God, he's swinging. He's taking a swing at the Democrats and the liberals. He's doing this. He's about free speech. Meanwhile, we know that the Economic Forum is for total control over people and populations. You know, social credit and all that other good shit. However, he just hired this lady who's in favor of all that stuff. I'm assuming, you know, she got, you know, if she's chairing a committee for the World Economic Forum, she got to fall in line, lockstep with them. Just saying, guys. Just saying. Now, apparently, I'm not the only person who takes issue with it. Not the only person that takes issue with it. Apparently, Tim Pool takes issue with it as well. A lot of people, you know, hate him or love him. You know, I think Tim Pool is a good guy. Let's see what he had to say on the situation.
Let me pull up this tweet from Billboard Chris, who responded to Elon Musk. He said, during her interview with you, she was most excited about your initiative to limit reach of tweets, which are deemed hateful, freedom of speech, not freedom of reach. In fact, that was her main selling point to the advertising execs in the audience, and she kept coming back to it. She went on to chastise you twice for tweeting after 3 a.m. because people are concerned about that sort of behavior. What? She also wanted advertising execs to be part of an influence council within Twitter. She's not here to improve the user experience. She wants Twitter to be a safe space. She represents advertisers, and her natural inclination is to limit speech and pander to those who push woke ideology on the world. You will have to watch her like a hawk. She was also thrilled to spend $100 million on social justice initiatives at NBC and forwarded government authoritarian propaganda that the way back to a normal life was to wear your mask. No doubt she'll bring in advertising revenue in the short term, which is a long-term mistake. Elon responded and said, I hear your concerns, but don't judge too early. I am adamant about defending free speech, even if it means losing money. Well, I'm going to put it this way. I believe in the preliminary view with her resume is that I should not be giving Twitter any money. And if she then proves she's doing right by the company, then I'll give the company money. So I've already given Twitter some money. Signing up for the verified organizations in Twitter Blue for the company, it's relatively expensive. Bringing this woman on, I feel is a very big risk. I don't want to fuel any more of this ESG woke garbage. If this woman works the World Economic Forum, which is a major proponent of this stuff, I am going to limit my giving them money. Maybe in a couple months, I will revisit the prospect of signing back up if she's doing a good job. But this is, I feel like it's, whether it's a betrayal of trust or not is irrelevant. I feel like it's just, advertisers leave. Elon says we got to make money. I say, don't worry, I'll give you money, Elon. I believe in what you're doing. He then says, okay, welcome the World Economic Forum chair on the future of work. And I say, oh, okay, well, now I don't know what you're doing, and I don't know if I believe in it. I don't want to give these people money.
There you have it. And you know what? I can't blame Tim Pool for feeling that way. Like I just said, We know the World Economic Forum, they're for social credit. You'll own nothing and be happy. They want complete and total control over your life, right? How you operate, how you move, what you say, what you purchase, right? We know that. And it seemed like her being hired as the CEO of Twitter tells me she's going to bring those beliefs into Twitter. She's going to bring those regulations into Twitter. See, the World Economic Forum is also a think tank. You don't think that she was made to apply for this? Or that Musk was made to hire her? I'm starting to feel like that's the case. But I agree with Tim Pool. We need to see what happens in the coming months, weeks and months on Twitter. If we start to see people get banned or suspended for innocuous language or statements, then we know what the deal is. Twitter back to its old ways. Twitter's back to the 2020 ways. It's Twitter file ways. And it's going to torpedo the platform. All I'm gonna say is this: make Black Planet great again. Make Black Planet great again. Truth Social going to get a bump because if she might single-handedly torpedo this platform. What up? We got Stuff Kern on the building. He says, and what better way to own nothing and be happy by having the World Economic Forum hold influence of the future everything app. Bro. Anyway, let's go on to the last topic because now I'm actually starting to be sleepy. It's 3:30. Anyway, so Daniel Penny turned himself in today. People cheered, some people booed. Looks like DA Alvin Bragg in New York is going to charge him with second-degree manslaughter. Now, should he have been arrested? I don't know. I don't know what evidence they have to arrest him. Now, we do know that a man died, right? And some things have to be answered. Some things have to be answered. We can't sit here and pretend that lives don't matter because they do. All lives. Right? Even the vagrants yelling and screaming at people and putting their hands on people in the subway. Now, we had footage come out. The first bit of footage we saw was the chokehold. Everybody saw the footage, the chokehold. It gassed people up. People got pissed. Oh my God, I can't believe he did this. He murdered him. He lynched him, blah, 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 blah. The first thing I said is, where's the rest of the video? Right? What led up to this? In the age of social media and camera phones, people are least likely to help, but they almost for certain going to record the shit. So I'm like, where's the rest of the footage? Everybody's up in arms. Everybody's, protesting and stuff in New York, blocking trains in the subway tubes. Then footage comes out of Penny putting him in a chokehold, right? Putting him in a chokehold. And essentially putting him to sleep. You can see him struggling, and then he stops struggling less and less and less and less, and then he's out. You hear a guy says, all right, it's time to get off him. He done shit himself, get off of him. He gets up. They immediately put Neely into the recovery position. After a couple of seconds, you see Neely take a deep breath and gasp for air. I explained this before. Anybody who's had done any combat sports or jiu-jitsu or whatever, fought, if you knock somebody out or if you choke somebody unconscious, the body sometimes will convulse because it's almost like the body's jump starting itself. It's almost like the body is jump starting itself. Now, it looked like Neely took a breath, but that's where the video ended. But I'm not sure what happened after the fact. However, this is why I think that this has to go to court, right? Because we need to know this. Was Neely just selling wolf tickets and barking on the train, but not harming anyone? And did Penny just preemptively choke him out, thinking that he could possibly become a threat? Or was Neely an imminent threat and he was threatening people's lives and he may have lunged for somebody? That matters. That matters. That matters. If it comes out that Neely was sitting there yelling and acting crazy on the train like crazy people do, but not touching or hurting anybody, and Penny decided to choke him out preemptively and inadvertently killed him, because I don't think he killed him on purpose. I don't think he killed him on purpose. I don't think he meant to hurt him. Then, he has to face the music now. But if Neely was acting a whole fool on that train, and he was ready to hurt somebody, and Neely Penny stepped in, then it's a whole different story. It's a whole different story. And maybe the actions were justified. But that's what we need to see. We need to see what happened before the choking. That's just my opinion on that. So I'm sure this is going to be a huge grift. It's going to be on court TV and law and crime, and you're gonna have all of the law tubers all over this. You know what I mean? So just keep your eyes open for that, man. I don't know. I'm interested to see what was discovered. I'm interested to see what happened. So keep your eyes out for that trial. You know what I mean? Just saying. Another thing is it's going to come down to the people in that train car. Do they corroborate Penny's story? Neely was an imminent threat. He was threatening to hurt people. He tried to do something, right? We don't know. We'll see how that goes. Kayak Dog says, a couple other people helped restrain the guy. Don't think that would be the case if the guy wasn't a threat. I agree, Kayak Dog. I agree. Like I said, it's going to come down to those people in the train car. If Neely was a threat, they're going to say that he was a threat and this guy, stepped in and saved lives. That's what it's going to come down to. What I think is going to happen, I don't know. I do think there's going to be people that corroborate Penny's story. So like I said, it's gonna be interesting to see. But I do agree with you, Kayak Dog. I do agree with you. I said that before. The fact that there were two other men helping to restrain Neely lets me know that Neely was wilding. And then given his rap sheet being, he arrested 42 times, tells me that the system failed him. The system failed him long before he got on that train. 42 arrests with aggravated assault, stuff like that. He should have been in somebody's prison, or he should have been in somebody's treatment center or halfway house or something. But it's still tragic nonetheless. And I'm interested to see what happens. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm tired. This has been the first Insomnia cast. Hopefully I don't do another one, because I don't like being up this fucking late or early. Anyway, if you're new, hit that like, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. Please share the stream, let people know we're live. If you're catching the replay, leave a comment. Let me know how I'm doing. Anyway, until next time, it's Cannon Hotep saying be safe, stay strapped, and don't miss. Holla at y'all.
Relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.